Okay, it has literally never been easier to become a self-made anything like than now. It's insane the amount of things you can learn with just a Wi-Fi connection. Like if you have a Wi-Fi connection and you're watching this video and you do not have the skills that you desire to have, you have no excuse. It blows my mind. I am constantly like impressed, and when I just like reflect on it a bit, like I'm completely self-taught in like every sense. Like every skill I've learned, I mean 2 years ago, I didn't know anything. And now I have a business that like makes money. And that I was able to drop out of college because I was making enough money where I'm like, okay, like I feel comfortable going all in on this. And if you're the kind of person where you want to learn something and you have the wherewithal to take action, like the sky's the limit and your skills can just continue to develop. You don't need a mentor, you don't need private coaching, consulting, you don't need to go to school, you don't need anything. Um, and I just find that so crazy and lucky. Like being an entrepreneur in this time it's amazing. Like I'm learning all these skills in my childhood bedroom as a 19-year-old, and I was able to take my business from nothing to $11,000 per month in a year. For a little bit of context, I own a hockey media business, and for example, like especially ChatGPT. ChatGPT really blows my mind if you think about all the different things you can do with it. I'm not some AI nerd. I don't have an AI course to sell you, but um ChatGPT really changed my life. Not even getting into all the different podcasts and like how you can learn from people who are so far ahead of you and have gone through the things you're going through and experience the things like the struggles and how you can get past them. But just ChatGPT alone, right? For example, if you watch the past couple of videos, the constraint of my business right now is kind of people. Like I don't really have enough people to take it to the next level where I can handle a higher level of capacity. I don't really trust not trust the people, but like they're not good enough to where I want them to be, where we can scale and maintain the customer experience. So a lot of the work that I've been doing lately, like the entrepreneurial, deep work kind of stuff, has been around standardizing my business and creating processes to, make a business that can scale and be good when it scales. ChatGPT obviously has all this data about me because I ask it questions every single day. Like I seriously think I use ChatGPT every single day. And I'm asking, it's like, because there's a billion different things you can work on as an entrepreneur, right? And this is where I think it's really valuable. I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, okay, what are the most urgent SOPs that I can work on now? Because obviously, like you can standardize everything. I can standardize how we talk to people, how we post on social media. Like there a billion different things, right? But what I need right now is I need to make sure the videographers that work for me do their job properly, report to me in a proper way where I don't have to like oversee everything. Pretty much, right? So I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, okay, what are the different things we need to focus on right away? Give me 5 different things. And it's just such detailed information where it's like if I take action on this, I'm gonna learn from that. It's like a great what am I trying to get at here? I can type something in my computer. It can give me a game plan of what I need to do, and then all I need to do is simply do it. And when I do it, it might work, it might not work, but then I can learn. And I'm gonna be like, okay, ChatGPT, like this didn't work. What are some possible things that could have gone wrong? And I really think a lot of entrepreneurship and a lot of what has developed me as a not only an entrepreneur but as a person, it's just like pattern recognition in general. But it's like a clusterfuck of like knowledge on the internet. And like I mean that in a positive way. It's like you can learn all these different things and then relate them to your experience and then learn even faster. Like there's never been a time in humanity where it's faster to learn. Like the great entrepreneurs of like Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos didn't get to ask them like, okay, how should I start Amazon? Like what should I price my products at? Um, how should I go about finding like distributors? Except like, but now you can. So I guess all this to say, like, what if you're watching this video and you want to pursue something but you're not doing it? Why not? And everyone's like, I don't know where to start. I get that. I kind of understand the fact that, um, there's so much different content. You don't really know what to do with it. You like, okay, I could watch this video, learn how to drop ship, and then I'm gonna go watch this video about reselling, and then watch this video about wholesaling real estate, etc. And you just have all this information. But I think when you can really leverage this is like when you have something specific. For my example, like, okay, I need to make some SOPs. Like, what SOPs do I need to work on? When you have something specific that you're pursuing, the internet can just give you like a roadmap, literally a roadmap of what you need to do to get there. And then you just have to do it. So it almost takes away all of the critical thinking, all the decision making. If you can have the ability to, like, obviously, like I said, do the actual stuff, but then be okay with kind of failing and then iterating from there. I mean, like, it blows my mind just the amount of skills I've been able to develop over the past year, 2 years. Just from a kid who, in my junior year of high school, like, I was struggling with my mental health. I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life, no skills, no anything. And now I'm talking about like 10xing my business this year and like how am I going to get there? But it's all because, I don't know, once I figured out what I wanted to do, I just did it. And then I started learning from people who were better than me. And then you kind of get the assurance by like listening to these people who are better than you. You get the assurance that you're on the right path. And then, like, I guess all this to say, right? Like, what can even stop you? When you get into this flow of you are taking action on something every single day, you're iterating on that action, and you're learning things from the tips of your fingers, and then implementing them in real life, and then learning again. It's like a never-ending cycle of progress, and I just think that's so cool. And I really don't know what I would do without it. Like, genuinely, like, I think I'm realizing this, like, as I'm working tonight, and as I had the thought for this video, like, I really take this for granted, how I am able to learn so fast because there's so much information. And I just think that's so cool. Like, I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have people like Alex Hormozy saying, like, oh, you just have to play the long game, or Andy Frisella saying you have to show up every single day and execute on the critical tasks that are going to move you forward, or, I don't know, Chris Williamson saying, like, it's okay to be alone and feel like you're not enough, and, like, all that. Like, it's just so, I don't know, like, become obsessed with the learning and the feedback loops and the pattern recognition and the constant iteration of entrepreneurship, because, like, that's really the joy. I don't know. Like, progression's fun. Progression is fun as shit, and there's never been an easier time to progress. I think the hard part is, which this isn't what the video is about, but, like, the hard part's finding out what you're going to do. But once you find out what you're going to do, and you know what you need to do to get there, not even know what you need to do to get there, once you find out what you need to do, they'll tell you. Like, the internet will tell you what you need to do to get there. It's like, okay, to get my business started, I have to have an idea. Then I probably want to test that idea. And I probably want to test that idea for free because I'm probably not good at that idea. So let's do this for free. Let's see if people like it. If they do like it, maybe I'll start charging a little bit. Okay, but what do I do when I start charging? Like, maybe I improve my product, my iPhone storage. But if you're happy with the product, then you start marketing it. And then you get to a point, then you market so hard until you get to a point where, like, you're supply constrained, like, you can't service all the demand. Then you have to find people, and, like, that's where I'm at right now. I guess story of my business right there. Everything I just said is, like, exactly the steps I took. But yeah, dude, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm so fired up about this topic because, I don't know, something just hit me when I'm, like, looking at this detailed-ass information ChatGPT is giving me, and knowing, because I've done it a billion times on a billion different things, that I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna see if it works, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna do it a little differently. And, like, that's just so, not only empowering, but it's mind-blowing. It blows my mind. So, I don't know, like, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing that? Because I genuinely think anyone can do it. Like, I'm nothing special. Like, sure, I think I've always kind of been a little bit entrepreneurial-minded, but, like, even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you can progress in your career so much with the information. Like, you can become infinitely better than so many people in the job force, or, like, whatever you're pursuing, literally learning. You want to learn how to bake a cake? Never been easier. Anything. I think that's kind of cool. So, get at it. Like, take action. Learn. Fail. Like, what's the worst that can happen? So, I don't know. I hope this is an an empowering message that you needed to hear tonight. But that's all I got for today, because it blows my mind. It's crazy. And I don't know, like genuinely, like, it really took me from someone who, like, had no clue what I wanted to do with my life, and now I feel like I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. That's kind of cool. So, figure out, like, what you're going to do, and then do it relentlessly, and become obsessed with the learning process. Become obsessed. Like, when I tell you, I don't put any information in my brain that isn't, like, positive or isn't stuff that's going to move me forward. Like, I'm insanely obsessed with this. And I think if you can do that, like, all the shitty stuff that happens is just part of it. I don't know. That's all I got for today. I hope this was an engaging watch, because I was absolutely fired up. It's midnight right now. I'm just letting it rip. Letting it come out the dome. From the dome to the mouth. That was dumb. That was a dumb thing to say, but that's what I'm ending the video on, so peace out. I hope you guys liked it. Take some action.